Good morning, classmates. I am Maria Chesa Montano together with Miss Ayla Jean Asoy. Today, I will discuss the testing vocabulary knowledge. Before we proceed, we have first the learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the learners will be able to first describe the different types of vocabulary knowledge tests, determine the appropriate use of vocabulary knowledge test, and construct varied types of vocabulary knowledge test. Assessing language learners' vocabulary is essential as an adequate vocabulary can make the language learners communicate better with others and can lead them to better success in their academic studies. It is important that learners are taught how to accumulate a strong vocabulary. Besides, the type of vocabulary test to use is dependent on the purpose of the information gathered. Measuring the amount of the words learners understand entails the use of the multiple choice test. However, if the amount of understanding they have about the word is desired, then other means to test should be considered, as the multiple choice type is inadequate assessment of vocabulary knowledge involves the varied societies. Experts Madsen 1983, Reed 2000, Hughes 2003, Nonan 2015. They mentioned that vocabulary assessment determines the amount of the words learners could understand from what it is either read or hear. They do it even if they are not able to produce them or ascertain the number of the words that they can understand and use in relation to this vocabulary is also measured in terms of the breadth quantity for which of the learners may have this some level of knowledge and depth the quantity of words learners know about the dimension of the words learning. The following vocabulary tests address the separate concerns. First, we have the vocabulary recognition test. This test measures the receptive vocabulary and the breadth of the vocabulary of the learners. Under the vocabulary recognition test, we have the first picture cues. Picture cues show a picture of the learners and ask them to identify what it is. For example, there are different animals in the pictures, and ask the learner which of these animals is a dog. The end of the vocabulary recognition test is finding the old one out. The learner studies a group of words, one of which is much different. It does not belong to the group. So in a given example, we have first pepper, eggplant, sweet potato, ampalaya, and okra. So the word that does not belong to the group is pepper. The third one is mother tongue equivalents. The learners are to give or write the English of words in their mother tongue. So in the given example, we have first the directions. I give you a word in your mother tongue and write it this in English words. So first we have tawa. So in English, this is laugh. Now, Makati in English is etchy. Ayat in English is a verse in a sentence. And palangga in English, love. Lastly, malayo in English is far. The first one is the knowledge of opposites. It helps a child to know and learn how to compare the different things. So the learners are challenged to connect lines that shows words with the opposite meaning, and I will give an example. So we connect this in a column from column A to column B. So the opposite word of strong, we have the weak. And then the opposite of slow are fast. The opposite of The opposite word of cheap is expensive. Next as a prefix word combination. The learners are asked to combine the appropriate prefix to be connected to a word to produce a new word. So I'm going to give an example. Study the prefixes in the column A and then find the words in the column B. That could be combine them to produce a new meaningful words. So first we have the over. You can connect the over in the column B, do. We have the miss, then in column B, place, misplace. Next is I'm, and column B is polite. I'm polite. And lastly, yes, no questions. This test requires the learners to demonstrate the appropriate knowledge of the word. Two questions answerable by yes or no are asked to the learners. Both questions should be correctly answered to given examples So the first question is, do runners run a track? The answer is yes. The second example is, two trains run on the same track? The answer is no. For continuation of our discussion, may I call on Miss Eilajun Asoy.
In continuation, we have here a productive test. So productive test, these types of tests assess the productive vocabulary and vocabulary depth of the learners. So what is productive vocabulary? So when we say productive vocabulary, it refers to the words a learners can actively use in speaking and writing. It is about being able to produce the correct word in the right context. While when we see vocabulary depth of the learners, it refers to the level of understanding a learner has of a word. It is not just knowing the basic meaning, but also understanding its nuances, synonyms, antonyms, and how it is used in different contexts. In a simple word, Ulysses productive vocabulary, these are the words you can use to speak and write. While the vocabulary deep is how well or how good you understand a word and its different meaning and its uses. Um, Productive test, it is a test that uses a number of words a learner produce or words he or she regularly use. Under productive tests, we have here word associates. So this test measures the ability of the learners to produce words that are suggested by the descriptions used as cues to the desired word. So we have here the examples. So the direction is write the correct ending of the word in each of the following sentence. So for example, the number one is a person who teaches learners in school is a teach blank. So um, you can add er, which is the teacher. So a person who teaches learners in school is a teacher. Then we have here number two, a person who teaches is engaged in teach blank. So add ing to make it teaching. A person who teaches is engaged in teaching. So we have also another variation of this test is to give a stimulus word followed by the set of words. The learners determine what to usually or associated with the stimulus word. Let's say for example, we have here the direction. Find out from the group of words those go with or associated with the given word. Box these words. Let's say for example, um, the word is song. So from the choices, you need to find the words. You need to box the words that is associated to the word that is which is song. So we have here chorus, cover, singer, and melody. So that these are the words that is associated to the word song. So collocations. These are the words that belong together in a phrase. So this test measures the ability of the learners to identify words that belong together. We have here word bank. So learners are asked to list words that are related to the K or the K word. Say for example, the direction there is list all the words you know that are related to the word cat. So let your students think of the possible words that is related to the word cat. So we have here another example. So the direction, write words that usually go with the verbs, give nouns as a subjects in the left column, and give nouns as a direct object in the right column. So let's say for example, we have farmers, plant, and vegetables. So the given word there, which is the middle column, is these are the verbs, which is the plant itself. So the plant, you think in the plant, so you let your student think of the noun for the left side in order to serve as a, a subject, and the left side is served is the direct object. So for example, so the farmers is the subject there, and the plant is the verb, and the last one, the vegetable, is the object. Then another is the cell. So you let your students what are the words that the nouns serve as the subject for the verb cell, and what could be the noun serve to be the direct object for the verb cell. And now let's move on to the sentence completion. So this test requires the learners to complete a sentence using ideas and vocabulary that fit in the context. So in the sentence completion, you as a teacher, you are giving or you are presented only a phrases or the words, and you let your students to think the possible ideas or what comes in their vocabulary in order to complete the sentence and to create a meaningful meaning. So let's say for example, the direction, supply appropriate information or details to complete a meaningful sentence. Let's say for example, the phrases there is, I get excited when my birthday is coming, or another phrases that your students might connect to the phrases I get excited when in order to complete a sentence. And another example is when dogs bark, so they say they so human or they are hungry. So you let your students possible what are the possible words in order to complete the sentence. And in that way you are assessing your students um, on how far or what is their level when it comes to creating a sentence. So another way to assess the vocabulary of your learners is the definition. Learners are tasked to define a term or concept. So in a definition is you provide phrases or the word, and you let your students use words in order to define or a concept in order to define the 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 word that you are giving. So let's say, for example, the direction is give details or attributes of the learners or concepts to define it. Say, so for example, cat is a blank. So possible cat is a mammal animal with four legs and a sharp claws. So you let your students representing this only cat is a. So you let your student think of the possible ideas or concept in order to define what is cat using their own words. So cat. So the more details or attributes your learners could give about cat or about water is the richer their vocabulary. So another is we have here the clause test. So it assesses the learner's skill in understanding meaning through written context and determining the word that has been deleted from a passage to complete the whole. The richer the vocabulary of the learner, the more successful he or she is in doing the task. So from doing this test, you have some notes as a teacher to consider. So number one is select select a text that is interesting to the learners. So as a teacher, you choose a text or a story that is very interesting to your learners, that is appropriate to your learners. Another is keep the first and the last sentence of the selection and intact. No word deletion will be made. Another is determine what type of format to use. It could be any of the following. So there are two types of clause tests. So number one is we have fixed ratio clause. So the deleted word to be restored counts every after a statistically predetermined number, like removing every seventh word in the text. But take note, the interval for lower elementary grades should be farther for every fifth to the seventh word, and closer every third or fourth word for the higher grade levels. So this is the example of the fixed ratio clause. So the direction is some words in the passage have been purposely left out. So determine what these words are and return them in the space provided to make the passage whole again. So you need to complete. So the selection of the food is an important problem for everyone when food is selected. So let your students answer what would be what are the words that is left out in that specific blank. So another type of the clues test is we have here the C test. So it assesses the global language proficiency, who requires learners to use context to determine the missing half of the word. So we have there the example of the C test. So directions: apply the missing half of the words in the selection and as suggested by the dashes. So when you are done, read over the story and make sure the words make sense. So as you can see, the teacher provide here the story, and as you have noticed, there is a dash over there, and the word it is not that is not complete. So you're allowing your students to what is the missing letters in or from the dashes there, what is the missing letter in order to create to to create a words and make sure that the words make sense. So after they are done completing the letters for the dash area, so you are allowing them to read over the story and make sure the words that the use is has a meaningful meaning. So another is the getting the meaning of the words through context clues. So the learner's ability to use the surrounding words as clues to meaning is also a test of productive test vocabulary. So here is the example. So the direction is give the meaning of the underlined word as it's used in the sentence. So mother offered my elder brother to help in paying the hospital expenses of my nephew, but he declined. Sorry, but the underlined word there is the word declined. So from the choices, your students choose the word that has the same meaning with the word declined. So letter A is accepted, B rejected, C welcomed, and D rejoiced. So the correct answer for this is the rejected. So and declined and rejected have the same meaning. So in that way, for you are testing the vocabulary of your learners by presenting the other words that has the same meaning. Knowing a lots of words and to know what is the meaning is very important for the young learners to understand, especially when reading their stories. Because when young learners read books, they need to understand the words to understand what is happening inside the story. So testing their vocabulary helps teachers to see which words your young learners know and which ones they need help with. This help for the young learners to give them extra support to understand the stories better or the text. It is like giving them the tool they need to be a great readers, a great listener, a great writer, and a great speaker. Vocabulary testing for young learners is not just about judging their abilities, but it is also about helping them succeed. It is a tool for identifying strengths, addressing weaknesses and setting them up for a brighter future.